The joy of childbirth echoed across the village, but in Bella's case, it was always followed by sorrow. She gave birth to a baby boy, and everyone rejoiced. Yet, the joy was short lived. It wasn't the birth that drew attention, it was what came after. Just 2 weeks after returning from the hospital, villagers began to notice something strange about Bella. At first, they thought their eyes were deceiving them. Some assumed maybe the child had a condition, but soon the murmurs became loud. Bella was backing her baby upside down, not once, not as a mistake, every single time. The baby's head faced the ground while his legs pointed up, securely tied with two wrappers, his arms dangling awkwardly by the sides. It was an unusual, almost disturbing sight, one that turned heads wherever she passed. The first person to speak was Mama Ikin, the pepper seller. Bella, why are you carrying your baby like that? It's not normal. Bella didn't stop walking. She didn't turn. She simply said, "He's fine like this." The next day, the story spread rapidly. "She carries him with his head facing down. I saw it myself. Maybe the child is not normal. Maybe it's a charm or one of those spirit children." Some mocked her. Others were simply confused. A few were genuinely afraid. But no one knows why. The villagers never knew the real reason why a woman would decide to back her baby upside down. And one day, Bella voiced out. Before that baby, she had waited. Long waiting. Heavy waiting. She got married young, just 18. Her waist was still small. Her smile was still full. Her husband loved her, at least in the beginning. But love does not always stay when a womb stays empty. 1 year passed. No child. 2 years. Still nothing. 3, 4, 5, 6. The house grew colder. The smiles disappeared. His mother began to speak. Is she a woman or a tree? She eats every day, yet no fruit comes. His sisters rolled their eyes when Bella passed. His cousins whispered when she entered the room. Some even said it to her face. If you can't give our brother a child, then go. Bella prayed. She knelt in the dark many nights. She fasted until her bones shook, but nothing came. Then in the 13th year, something changed. Her body felt strange. Her chest became full. Her feet became heavy. A test confirmed it. She was with child. She danced quietly in her room. She held her stomach like gold. Her husband's eyes lit up again. His family came with gifts. They washed her feet and blessed her belly. When the baby boy came, the joy was loud. The house became full again. But joy for Bella never stayed long. Before the sun rose the next day, the baby died. Bella cried until her voice cracked. Her husband held her, whispering, "Don't cry too much. At least we know now. You can carry a child." So they tried again and again. This time, another boy came. He was soft like yam pounded with care. He laughed early. He held her finger tightly. His eyes followed her everywhere. Bella smiled again. Her husband built a small swing under the mango tree. They named him Obina, Father's Heart. He turned 1, then 2. He even began to run around and shout, "Mama, Mama," when she cooked. But one day, fever came. Small at first, just a little heat. Then cold hands, shaky legs, silent mouth. By morning, he stopped breathing. Bella screamed until her voice disappeared. Her eyes dried. Her body felt weak like old mat. Her husband sat outside, hands on his head. "What is this?" he asked the wind. "Why my child again?" They buried Obina under the orange tree. But soon, Bella's stomach swelled again. Another baby, another boy. They called him Somadina. May I not be alone? But he too left before he could say, "Mama," and then another. And another, Bella stopped giving the babies full names. She would just call them my son. That was all. She feared names brought death. 7 boys she birthed, 7 coffins she followed, each one like firefly, bright for a while, then gone. People started looking at her with side eyes. Maybe it's not just bad luck, one woman whispered. Maybe it's Ogbanje, another said. But Bella refused to listen. She said, my God will give me one that will stay. But inside her chest, her heart was breaking slowly, like a branch bending in heavy rain. 7 sons, all gone, like smoke in Hamatan. After the 7th child died, Bella's husband changed. He didn't shout. He didn't cry. He just became quiet. Too quiet. He stopped bringing her herbs. He stopped asking, have you eaten? He would eat alone, sleep early, wake up before dawn. One evening, Bella placed hot water by his bed. He looked at it and walked past. Her heart dropped. She knew. Something had shifted. A month passed. Then 2. Then one afternoon, she heard voices outside. Laughter. A woman's laughter. She peeped through the window. A woman stood in the compound, young, pretty, holding a boy's hand. The boy ran around the yard, kicking sand and chasing chickens. Bella's legs shook. Her husband came in that night, removed his sandals and said, that woman outside? She's moving in. I've made my choice. Bella couldn't speak. The next morning, she packed her clothes into an old bag. She tied her wrapper tight. No tears, no words. Her head bent low. As she walked out, the boy the woman brought looked up at her and said, bye-bye. Her chest cracked. She walked back to her father's house like a thief returning empty-handed. Even the birds on the tree were quiet. She reached the compound. Her stepmother opened the gate. She didn't ask questions, just opened her arms wide and said, come inside. And Bella entered, with her shame tied to her back like a heavy basket. 2 full years passed like Hamatan breeze, slow and dry. Bella stayed in her father's compound, quiet, always sweeping, always washing. She didn't smile, not even when the sun tickled her cheeks. Children ran past her every day, shouting and laughing, but she never looked up. Her stepmother said, Bella, you are still young. Don't let sorrow eat your body. But Bella only nodded, like a lizard under the sun. Then, one market day, a man came to the village. His name was Mark. He came to buy palm oil, but his eyes kept following Bella. He asked, who is that woman by the well? She's Bella, they told him. Fine woman, but sorrow follows her like a shadow. But Mark didn't fear. He watched her for weeks. Then one evening, he came to her father's house with cola nuts and wine. I want to marry her, he said. People were shocked. That one? Yes, he said. She is still a woman, a good one. Bella looked at him. His eyes were calm. His words soft. He didn't ask her about her past. He didn't say, how many children do you have? He just said, I will take care of you. And so they got married. No big dance, no loud music, just quiet joy. But Bella kept her mouth shut, like a market basket tied with rope. She didn't tell Mark about the children that died. Not one word. She buried that story deep inside, like yam, hidden under the ground. Because some wounds are too deep for words. Not long after the wedding, Bella's body began to change. Her back ached, her feet swelled, her face shined like fresh palm oil. The signs were clear. She was pregnant again. Mark was overjoyed. My God has answered me, he shouted. He bought her fruits. He rubbed her feet at night. He sang to her belly. 9 months passed like slow river. Then the baby came, a boy. Mark danced in the compound. He gave money to drummers. He bought gifts for neighbors. "This is my son," he said. "This is my joy." They named him Chijindu. God holds life. Bella smiled, but inside her heart was holding its breath. She watched the boy every day. She checked his skin. She touched his chest to feel the breath. She didn't sleep deep. 1 year came. The boy was walking, talking small. Then one evening, he coughed, just small. By night, he had a slight fever. Bella boiled herbs. Mark gave him water. But the next morning, his hands were cold. Bella touched his neck. No movement. His eyes were closed. Forever. Mark shook the child. "Wake up," he cried. He ran outside shouting. He knelt on the ground, holding the child like broken pottery. He cried like a boy who lost his mother. But Bella didn't cry. She just sat on the mat, her eyes wide, her hands on her lap. No tears came. Her tears had dried long ago. The child was buried, quietly. No drummers, no dancing. Mark sat in silence, day after day. Bella moved like smoke, silent, soft, almost not there. Then one afternoon, her stepmother came with a bowl of pepper soup. She placed it on the ground and sat beside Bella. "My daughter," she said gently, "this thing is not fever. It is spirit. Let us go and see someone." Bella looked at her. "Who?" she asked. "A herbalist," her stepmother replied. "The one from Umuele village. He knows things." Bella shook her head. "No," she said. "My God will do it. I will pray. I will fast." Her stepmother sighed. "Prayers are good, but sometimes the spirit that is fighting you does not fear prayer." Still, Bella said no. She woke every night to pray. She poured oil on her belly. She knelt by the fire every morning. She read her Bible until the pages tore. She believed. And one morning, as the cock crowed, she threw up near the well. Her heart skipped. She waited 2 days, then went to the clinic. The nurse smiled. "Congratulations," she said. "You are 6 weeks pregnant." Bella walked home slowly. She didn't shout. She didn't dance. She just placed her hand on her stomach and whispered, "This time, stay." 9 moons passed. Bella's belly grew round like a calabash filled with water. She is pregnant again. She moved slow. She ate little. She prayed much. When the baby came, it was a boy again. His cry was loud, like thunder in early rain. His skin was smooth like fresh butter. His eyes big and bright. Mark laughed for the first time in months. "He is different," he said. "This one will stay." People came with gifts, goat meat, yams, cloth. They named him Nuachi, child of God. "He came from above," Mark said proudly. "Even the wind knows his name." The boy grew fast. He crawled early. He walked before his first birthday. Every morning, Bella touched his chest, his head, his feet, just to be sure, just to feel life. Then one Sunday, while she bathed him outside, he shivered. Tiny shakes at first. Then he cried out, loud and sharp like a hawk's scream. Bella held him close. "Nwa em, what is it?" she asked. But his eyes rolled back. His legs stiffened. His lips trembled. "No, no, no," she whispered, rocking him hard. But he didn't stop shaking. Then he stopped moving. Just like that. In her arms. Like a candle blown out by wind. Mark came out and saw her holding the child. Still. He didn't ask anything. He looked at the baby, then at Bella. Then he sat on the ground and kept quiet. His mouth didn't speak again that day, but his eyes did. They said everything that was burning inside him. After Enwachi died, Bella didn't talk much, but her body spoke again. Soft tiredness, quiet cravings, a gentle swell. She got pregnant again. Mark didn't dance this time. He only nodded and bought her oranges. When the baby came, They didn't name him quickly. They waited, watched. But this one, he was different. He laughed often. His laugh sounded like music from a talking drum. He ran through the compound with small feet like Goat Kid. He called Bella Mama and called Mark Daddy. He grew strong. No fever, no shaking, no crying in the night. 1 year passed, then 2, then 3. Bella began to hope again. She bought bigger clothes. She bought shoes that didn't fit yet. She said to herself, maybe this is the one. 4 years, 5, 6. On his 7th birthday, she cooked rice with big meat. He danced with village children. They poured water on each other and rolled in the sand. Bella smiled for the first time, with all her teeth showing. Then one evening, after football, he came home sweating and laughing. Mama, he said, holding his belly, it's paining me small. Bella rubbed his stomach. You played too much, she said, laughing. She gave him water, told him to rest. But by night his body was hot, then cold, then still. By midnight, silence. Bella touched his chest. No beat. No, not again, she whispered, her lips shaking. She carried him and shook him. Open your eyes, please. Just open it small. But he didn't move. He was gone. The child that almost lived had left like a thief in the night. The morning after the boy died, Mark didn't cry. He didn't speak. He sat in front of the house, eyes fixed on the mango tree. Bella sat beside the child's small body. She didn't move. Her hands rested on her knees. Her eyes stared at the ground. Then, as the sun rose higher, Mark stood up, walked into the house and began packing her things. Wrapper, blouse, Bible, shoe. He brought them out one by one, dropped them outside like dustbin dirt. His mother came with folded arms. Her voice was sharp like blade. She hid her truth, she said. She is cursed. What kind of woman buries children like plantain peels? Mark didn't answer. He just turned away and closed the door. Bella stood slowly, her legs weak, her eyes dry, her hands shaking. She tied her wrapper low, wore her slippers, picked her bag. She walked away without looking back. Not a word, not a sigh, just footsteps in the sand. When she reached her father's house, her stepmother opened the gate. She saw the look in Bella's eyes, like a well with no water. She didn't ask questions. She just opened her arms, held Bella tight, rocked her gently, rubbed her back, like a mother holding her baby after thunder had passed. The door to her husband's house had closed, but sorrow, it had not finished. Days passed like wind through dry leaves. Bella didn't talk. She didn't eat much. She just sat under the iroko tree, watching ants carry crumbs. One evening, her stepmother came close and knelt beside her. This thing is not ordinary, she said. We must go, far away, not to doctor, not to church, to someone who sees what eyes cannot see. Bella nodded slowly. They packed quietly and left before sunrise. They walked and rode and walked again until they reached a small village with no signboard. There, inside a mud house with no window, sat an old man, skin like old bark, eyes like still river. He didn't greet them. He just looked at Bella for a long time. Then he spoke. She is carrying sorrow, he said. Sorrow that comes back again and again. Bella looked down. The man rubbed his chin, then nodded, slowly. The next time she carries life, he said, she must not step outside, not even to fetch water. No visitors, no prayers, no anointing. When the baby is born, you must back him upside down, head down, legs up, wrap him tight like a secret. Bella blinked. Why? The man looked at her with eyes that didn't blink. If you carry him like others do, they will carry him away again. Bella's eyes widened. For how long? Her stepmother asked. The man's voice dropped low. Until he grows teeth, then continue. For how long again? Bella asked, her lips barely moving. Until he turns 10, the man said. Only then will the spirit get tired. He stood up and entered his small room. He brought out a red cloth and a bottle with black water. Take this. Use it when the time comes. Then he sat back down, closed his eyes. He didn't speak again. Bella and her stepmother left in silence. But that night, as Bella lay on her mat, her heart whispered, 10 years. Can I carry him like that for 10 years? But her soul answered, if that's what it takes, I will. Rain had come and gone twice. Bella was now quiet like early morning. She cleaned, she cooked, she prayed with no sound. Then one day, a man came to repair her father's roof. His name was Charles. He spoke soft. He smiled like someone who had seen pain before. Each time he came, he greeted Bella gently. Good afternoon, madam. She would nod. Just a small nod. Then one day he said, can I come again? Not for roof, but for you. Her stepmother laughed. Another one has come, she said. People in the village laughed too. She's too old, they said. Too dry, too finished. What is he doing with her? Can she still give him a child? But Charles didn't care. He married her quietly. No dance, no wine. Just two hands joined under the sun. 4 months later, Bella felt something strange. She would wake and spit. Her back ached. Her feet swelled like boiled yam. Her stepmother looked at her closely. You're glowing, she said. Something is inside. Bella shook her head. No, I am too old. It can't be. They went to the clinic. The nurse smiled and said, congratulations. 5 weeks. Bella blinked. She held her wrapper. Her eyes brought water. Not sorrow, but soft, warm tears. Tears that tasted like small hope. She went home, clutching the paper like a newborn chick. That night, she didn't tell Charles. She told her stepmother. The old woman wiped her face and said, it has started again. But this time, we won't play. Before the week ended, they traveled to the herbalist. He was already outside, waiting like someone who had smelled the wind. She is with one of them again, he said. But this one can stay. Then he looked at Bella. Do not make mistake this time. Bella nodded, not with fear, not with joy, just with the tired knowing of a woman who had buried too many children. The herbalist's voice was firm like a closed door. No visitors, no prayers from strangers, no hands on her belly except her own. He looked at Bella. She must not leave the compound, not even to touch Rain, from now until the child is born. Bella sat still. She said only one word. Yes. He reached into his bag and brought out a bundle of red cloth and a small calabash tied with cowries. When the baby comes, you will back him upside down, not once, not twice, every day, until he grows teeth, and even after, until he turns 10. 10? Her stepmother asked. The herbalist nodded. That's when the danger ends. Bella's heart shook. 10 years, 10 whole years. But she remembered the graves. She remembered the names. She remembered the cold hands of every boy she had held. And she said again, yes. When they returned home, her stepmother locked the gate with a big padlock. She told neighbors, she has traveled. No one came in. No one went out. Charles stayed in the city to work. He sent money. He asked questions. The stepmother gave short answers. Inside the compound, Bella stayed in her wrapper. She ate herbs, drank roots, prayed quietly, slept early, woke before the cock. She didn't peep through the gate. She didn't wave at passing children. She became like a shadow, living in her own house. The world outside moved on. Festivals came, weddings passed, neighbors gave birth, others died. But Bella remained inside, waiting, watching, counting her days with dry fingers and folded prayers. Then one night, the sky broke open. Thunder clapped like angry hands. Rain slapped the roof like war drum. Bella began to scream. Her back arched. Her hands grabbed the mat. Her voice filled the house. Ah! He's coming! Her stepmother ran around. Water! Blade! Cloth! Then, as if the wind whispered, the herbalist appeared at the door, wet from rain, silent as shadow. He didn't greet. He didn't smile. He knelt beside Bella, placed his hand on her stomach and said, "Push." With one last cry, the baby came out. He didn't cry. He screamed, loud, sharp, strong. The herbalist held him up. His skin glowed like early sun. Then he looked at Bella and said only one thing, "Back him upside down." Bella didn't ask why. She took the red cloth, wrapped him tight, head down, legs up. She tied him to her back like a treasure. And from that moment, she never stopped. From the day the boy was born, Bella became a shadow in the village. She didn't carry her baby like others. Not face out, not face in. She carried him upside down, head down, legs up, wrapped tight like secret money in wrapper. Every morning, she tied him with red cloth. Every night, she tied him again. People stared. Children pointed. "Mama, look, that woman is carrying her baby wrong." Some laughed. Maybe she lost her mind. Others crossed the road when they saw her. "She's a witch," they whispered. "Only witches carry babies like that." One woman spat near her feet. "I can't greet someone who walks with spirits," she said. But Bella didn't answer. She walked slowly, back straight, eyes forward. She fed her son, bathed him, sang to him, but never changed the way she carried him, even when he turned one, even when he began to talk, even when he could walk small. She would lift him and tie him back, head down. "Why is he always like that?" people asked. Bella said nothing. She swallowed every insult like bitter leaf water. Painful, but she kept it down. "I will carry him this way for 10 years, she told herself. "If this is what it takes to keep him alive, then let the whole world call me mad." And they did. Days became months. Months became years. The boy grew like a tree after rain. 1 year, then 2, then 5. Still alive, still strong, still smiling. He didn't cough in the night. He didn't cry for no reason. He didn't fall sick during Harmattan. His eyes were bright like morning sun. His laughter echoed through the compound like church bells. People began to watch from far. That boy is still alive? After all this time? Isn't he supposed to be gone by now? But the boy was still there, eating, running, laughing. Bella still backed him upside down, even when he could walk, even when he could run, even when he started to speak in full sentences. "Mama, why do I face down?" he once asked. Bella kissed his feet. "Because it's how I keep you safe." She took him to school one morning, still strapped the same way. Children gathered. "Why is his head down?" "He looks like a chicken hung to dry." Some laughed, some pointed, but the boy never cried. He just looked at them and smiled, then pressed his face deeper into Bella's back. At home, Bella bathed him with warm water and prayers. She bought him clothes, big shoes, books with collars, but she never changed the way she carried him. Her shoulders ached sometimes. Her waist burned, but she said nothing. Her stepmother once asked, "Are you tired?" Bella replied, "I'd rather carry pain than carry grief again." So, She continued, day by day, year by year, backing him upside down like he was her own heart turned inside out. The years passed like slow wind through tall grass. 1, 2, 3. Bella counted each birthday with quiet fear and quiet hope. Her boy grew. He laughed loud. He ran fast. He played with goats and chickens. But still, she backed him. Head down, legs up, wrapped tight, even when his legs touched the ground. Even when he said, Mama, I want to walk. She smiled, but still carried him. Not yet, she whispered. Not yet. People called her stubborn. Some still called her mad. But Bella didn't hear them anymore. Her ears only listened to his breath. Then came the 10th birthday. Early in the morning, the boy woke up and said, Mama, I am 10 now. Bella nodded. She untied the red cloth slowly. She bent down and let his feet touch the ground gently, like egg meeting cotton. She looked at him, touched his head, and said, You're safe now. That afternoon, people came. All women knelt at her feet. Forgive us, they said. Young girls brought yams. Some brought wrappers. Some cried. We mocked you, they said. But you knew what we didn't. Bella didn't talk much. She only nodded, as if her heart was too tired for noise. Her boy ran around barefoot, laughing, his feet dancing on the earth like he was meeting it for the first time. One evening he asked, Mama, why do people always look at me like I'm magic? Bella smiled softly. Because you are a story they never believed could be real. That night, as the moon rose high and the breeze kissed her face, Bella sat by her door and rested, not in death, but in peace. I hope you enjoyed the tale. If so, please like the video, share it with your family and friends, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for more enchanting tales like this one. Goodbye.